Hi everyone, this is Triple T, and today I'm transforming X-Transbot's Ground Bite, the Toon version, but I mean, this is the same as the regular one, so, yeah. Just follow along if you want to, and I want to point out you can start with the legs or the upper body. It's really up to you. I used to start with the arms and go for the legs, so that's what I will be doing here, but you can do it in any order you like. Yeah. You start by opening these up, so you get to the little area where you want the hand. Fold it out, rotate this about, and then fold it in, and push this back on, if you're able to. Didn't I push it in all the way in? Yeah, I did. Push this up, like that. I think you should turn it to the outside, but you can do whatever you want for now, because we're going to tab this in later on. Now I'm going to start with the legs. So I'm going to take one of the legs, fold the foot onto itself, fold this out, and then untab this little pack here. It has a tab in here, so you want to untab that, fold it to the side, and push this little piece out. Here, you need to rotate this, so you have that real world thingy on the outside, and then close that back up. When you're done, you are supposed to rotate this about. The lower part here, nothing else. And it will come there. Before we go any further, you need to fold the foot in and fold this out. Also come to here and fold the side skirt out. This is going to tab into that purple little skirt piece, like so. And then we are almost done with one leg, but we have some things more to do. You fold this little side panel out. You come to this part, fold that out, fold that in. And we are going to extend this all the way like that. We're not going to tab it in yet though, because first we need to raise this up. And my tip here is to use the middle one because it's sturdier and I don't have any breakage at all so far. Tab that into the newly folded out piece. Push this in at the bottom, then at the top. Rotate the wheel forward, and now we tab this piece in here, like that, and that is one leg done. When you've done both legs, fold this little inner piece out, because we want to fill this little gap in here, and push it from beneath a bit, so it tabs in and don't fall in, and then just tab everything together as well as you are able. I've got to rotate that. Fold this little steering piece up and that as well. And lastly, that little seat. So it looks about something like that. How far you want to rotate these little steering gears are totally up to you. Let's start with the upper body. Bend at the ab crunch. Pull this loose. And we need to get this up. And it helps if you, like me, haven't cut your nails in a while, because this is a thin plastic and you don't want to break anything. And you want to pull that out as far as you can, then bend that over, and only do that if you have everything as it should be. Pull this out, like that. Fold this down, rotate this about. Be careful, it is not thin plastic, but still, yeah. Fold it down as far as you can. Tab it in on these little thingies, like that. You're going to have this straight later on, but it's easier not to have that right now. Okay. Come to this piece there. Fold that out. I'm going to do that again. This piece needs to be felled out. The arms are supposed to be untabbed at the butterfly joint, and then we're going to just pull this out like that. push this up and fold this in. Now, if you are going into combine mode, it's important that you fold it in with the little latch open like that, or your head will totally pop up when you articulate the leg, or the foot, sorry. Okay. This little port goes on that tab, and this little port goes onto that tab. And you do that by angling that in and then pressing that down. And we do that on the same procedure as last year Miss Sophie on this side. And now it's actually runnable, almost, because I don't want to scrape this up. We have to fold that over. Now it is runnable, drivable, or whatever you want to say. Lastly, you want to extend things here. This comes up and over, and you are supposed to extend this piece here so it tabs in, like so, on both sides. Why am I not able to do that here? Like that. And then you can just have it sitting down however you want, like so, for instance. And this looks like it is totally done in my eyes. So there you have him in beautiful alt mode. And now we're going into combine mode, and yeah, it can be a bit strange, but we'll try. First, you need to untab this so it's away, and untab the arms from here, both there and there. And I keep getting these screw hole covers popping off. I'll just have to find where this is going later on. Now we're going to get over here, and we're going to fold those down. And that is only so we can force these out, like that, and turn them around, like so. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Surprise, surprise. And push that down, push that together again, and of course, push this in. Secure it as you are best able. Scooch the wheels back up, like so. Bring this piece in, and this is just going around the lights up here. Tab it into the front, and then tab this into the back of it, and be very thorough with that. Okay, fold this back first. Pull this down so you get this little rocker. Utilize the butterfly joint, scooch this up, and that little tab will go into there, and then we rotate the arms like so. Now we come to the more difficult pieces. Fold these in. No, just kidding. Those aren't really difficult. Fold the steering in and scooch these back down. And remember the thin plastic here, or the slightly thinner plastic, because we need to get everything in and down, and that is the way, well, somewhat, you want that looking. Now we come to the scoop itself. Fold these out so you get the toes, and fold this up so you get a larger scoop, but don't fold it all the way yet, because we're going to do stuff in here. And we need a little spudger. I always say spludger for some reason, to get things out here, because we need small tabs here to be out. I don't know if you see that. I have to hold this close to the camera. These are supposed to be out, and they're going into that little hole there. So fold them all the way out, like that. I'm going to try to do that again. Okay. Get these up and into the plastic shovel. And they are die cast, so I don't know how long that will hold. And then just rotate this up so these little pieces go inside the other die cast piece here. And when you're done, you can just stand him up if you haven't rotated his elbows. And here you have him. Oh, fold this up as well. And here you have him in leg mode. And now I think I have to unzoom a bit. But there you have him in leg mode. Leg mode! Now we're going to transform him into bot mode again, because that's what I want to have him as. Just remove... You have a little tab here, that's good. Remove that, untab this, and just lift that off. Bye-bye. Come to the arms, untab them and scooch them downwards, but don't do anything more because we need the space for this later on. Untab these and start by folding that in so nothing will break. And again, things are really snug on this. Very nice. Push them down like that. And we need to go into these. So bend those because we have those little things we need to fold in on both sides. And fold these like that. And then we're going to rock this over, break it over here, and push this all in until it's flat. But before we do, we need to get the head out. And that is just done. So you have to rotate the head to get it out, but then secure it into place and then push this piece all the way in. And when you've done that, you need to secure it again with these little pieces on the side there. Here, you're supposed to tab that onto the shovel so it is fairly cohesive, like that. And now we are done with the back of it. The arms can now be tabbed in. Rotate the arms down, pull them out. If it's too difficult to pull out, just bend the elbow a bit, and then you can get the last section out. Rotate these out, and tab that back in, and there are your arms all done. Fold these side skirts down, pull these out, and separate that. Get rid of the gun if you have it there. And you are supposed to fold that in. And then we're going to open this up. And we're going to fold that down onto itself. So we can actually get things where they should be. Like that. Separate the legs. Like so. Come to the back. Fold this down. Untab this from that little outer piece. Swing that in. Swing this down. And now we can actually just fold the leg out. Like so. Push this little filler piece in. Push that in and up. So it comes to there. This goes all the way around. This comes up and rotates in and tabs back onto that thing after we get the foot out, of course. Like so. And the foot just needs to be hinged forward far enough so the heel comes out. And that is one leg done. The last step, if you come from combine mode, is of course to truncate this waist piece. And it can be difficult because it has two tabs on either side and it goes into two tabs on either side. So yeah, but I think that is it. You can of course fold these in if you want to, but otherwise this is him back into robot mode.